Good afternoon. Welcome to Temple Builders Followers of the Way. The day is the 5th day of the 10th month, and it's approximately 2:14 p.m. in the year 2015. My name is Bear, brother eagerly awaiting return, and I'd like to welcome you to Temple Builders Followers of the Way, a way of life by choice. Today I'm going to read to you out of the book of Enoch, an ancient transcript, an ancient text claimed to have been written by Enoch and received from the hand of God. And Enoch is mentioned in the Bible in Jude. It's referred to in 1 Peter. I'll tell you what, 1 Peter 3:19 and 20, 18, 19, and 20. That's who it's talking about. Jesus Christ visited in the prison the fallen angels that's bound up. But I want to read you 2 chapters out of it. And we're going to talk about Jesus Christ coming back, and I'm going to try to keep this one down below 20 minutes, because if you can't say what you got to say in 20 minutes, according to Samuel Davis, you need to shorten your messages up. So I'm going to try to do that, brother. Observe the heaven, you children of heaven, and every work of the Most High, and fear ye him, and work no evil in his presence. If he closes the windows of heaven, and withholds the rain and the dew from descending on the earth on your account, what will you do then? And if he sends his anger upon you because of your deeds, you cannot petition him, for you spake proud and insolent words against his righteousness. Therefore you shall have no peace. And see ye not the sailors of the ships, how their ships are tossed to and fro by the waves, and are shaken by the winds, and are in sore trouble? And therefore do they fear, because all their goodly possessions go upon the sea with them. And they have evil forebodings of heart, that the sea will swallow them, and they will perish therein. Are not the entire sea, and all its waters, and all its movements, the work of the Most High? And has he not set limits to its doings, and confined it throughout by the sand? And at his reproof it is afraid, and dries up, and all its fish die, and all that is in it. But ye sinners that are on the earth, fear him not. Has he not made the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein? Who has given understanding and wisdom to everything that moves on the earth and in the sea? Do not the sailors of the ships fear the sea? Yet sinners fear not the Most High. I was in the Navy for 6 years, and most of that time I was on a ship. And when you're out there on a ship, you trust in God an awful lot, because you can be sitting there anchored with no storm clouds around, nothing but a calm sea, and all of a sudden your ship rolls and it's tossed about and casts people out of their bunks, and you can't figure out what in the world happened. Unexplainable. But it happened off the coast of Beirut, Lebanon, right before the embassy got blowed up. It happened. We almost lost our crane off the side of the ship. God's in control of everything. He made it all. We need to be turning to him. Alright, chapter 102. In those days when he hath brought a grievous fire upon you, whither will you flee? And where will you find deliverance? And when he launches forth his word against you, will you not be affrighted with fear? And all the luminaries shall be affrighted with great fear, and all the earth shall be affrighted and tremble and be alarmed. And all the angels shall execute their commands, and shall seek to hide themselves from the presence of the great glory. And the children of earth shall tremble and quake, and ye sinners shall be cursed forever. And ye shall have no peace. Fear ye not, ye souls of the righteous, and be hopeful, ye that have died in righteousness. And grieve not if your soul into Sheol has descended in grief, and that in your life your body fared not according to your goodness. But wait for the day of the judgment of sinners, and for the day of cursing and chastisement. And yet when ye die, the sinners speak over you. As we die, so die the righteous. And what benefit do they reap for their deeds? I'm going to tell you in a minute. Behold, even as we, so do they die in grief and darkness. And what have they more than we? From henceforth we are equal. And what will they receive, and what will they see forever? Behold, they too have died, and henceforth forever shall they see no light. Except for the sinners are wrong, brother. We don't die. I tell you, ye sinners, ye are content to eat and drink and rob and sin and strip men naked and acquire wealth and see good days. Have you seen the righteous, how their end falls out? That no manner of violence is found in them till their death. Nevertheless they perished and became as though they had not been, and their spirits descended into Sheol in tribulation. Well, that's what they want you to think. But I'm going to tell you, when the righteous die, they don't go to torment. There's 3 chambers made up. I'm going to read you chapter 22, and it talks about Sheol. And thence I went to another place, and he mountain of hard rock. And there was in it 4 hollow places, deep and wide, and very smooth. How smooth are the hollow places, and deep and dark to look at. Then Raphael, he's one of the angels, answered one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto me, These hollow places have been created for this very purpose, that the spirits of the souls of the dead should assemble therein. Yea, that all the souls of the children of men should assemble here. And these places have been made to receive them till the day of their judgment, until their appointed period, till the great judgment comes upon them. I saw the spirit of a dead man making suit, and his voice went forth to heaven and made suit. And I asked Raphael the angel who was with me, and I said unto him, This spirit which maketh suit, who is it? Whose voice goeth forth and maketh suit to heaven? And he answered me, saying, This is the spirit which went forth from Abel, whom his brother Cain slew, and he makes his suit against him till his seed is destroyed from the face of the earth, and his seed is annihilated from amongst the seed of men. Then I asked regarding it, and regarding all the hollow places, why is one separated from the other 3? Why is one separated from the other? And he answered me and said unto me, These 3 have been made that the spirits of the dead might be separated. And such a division has been made for the spirits of the righteous, in which there is the bright spring of water. See, we got one all by ourselves over there. And such has been made for sinners when they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirits shall be set apart in this great pain, till the great day of judgment and punishment and torment of those who curse forever, and retribution for their spirits there. He shall bind them forever, and such a division has been made for the spirits of those who make their suit, who make disclosures concerning their destruction, when they were slain in the days of the sinners. Such has been made for the spirits of men who were not righteous, but sinners, who were complete in transgression, and of the transgressors they shall be companions. But their spirits shall not be slain in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from thence. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and said, Blessed be my Lord, the Lord of righteousness, who ruleth forever. See, when you go and you die, and the sinners die, they go straight away into torment. When the righteous die, they go straight away into a place that's got the spring of life. And it's not a bad place at all. And they sit there and they pray and they cry out to God. That's how the righteous fill up the tears and the prayers of the censors that are at God's throne. They're getting full. They're getting ready to be poured out. This ain't taken away from the Bible or adding to, it's just fleshing it out. It's telling you there is something better for us who live in righteous. It's going to get better. It don't matter what's going on around, just like that dream I had and shared with you. It's time for us that walk in righteousness to stand up, to look one another in the eye and say, I love God. I believe in His Son, Jesus Christ. I know He's coming back for me. Not boasting, not bragging, but speaking the truth and trying to get those who do not know the truth to accept the truth so that they can join us in walking in righteousness. I went to the store yesterday and this young girl, pretty little girl, she wouldn't even look me in the eye when she took my credit card to charge me for the groceries I'd picked up. I was making potato soup. And I spoke to her and had her look me in the eye. And there's no sense in us not looking one another in the eye. That's a custom from another country that has stopped that. That's that cultural awareness. And I'm all for treating one another with respect. I'm all for accepting you into my country, or our country, into our nation. But I didn't go to your country. You came here. So accept our God as your God and don't try to bring yours here. You have all the freedom of religion you want. But if you're not going to worship the God I worship and the God this nation was founded under, then do it in your own home. It's just like other things. They may be against the law of man. Do them in your own home. You're sovereign there. When you go out in public, leave that stuff out. Leave it at your house. Don't bring it out in the street. We could get along that way, but instead, we've been tolerant as Christians. We've been accepting as Christians, and you're trying to kill us. It's time for us to step up, men and women of God, those who can hear the Spirit. It's time to step up and step out in faith. I'm going to tell you the faith that I described to my son today. And I described to my daughter. I will not deny Christ. I will not accept the mark of the beast. I will not accept no radio chip or nothing else. And if they take my children and they kneel them in front of me and they say, Bear, this is your last chance. You accept the mark of the beast and deny your God, or we're going to cut your children's head off. Lovingly, I'm going to look at my children and tell them that I'll meet them in heaven. I will meet them in the arms of God momentarily, because I will not deny it, and they can take my head. That's the determination. That's the resolve that you need to have in this day and age. In this day and time, that is the resolve that we as men and women of God need to have. That's the strength that you need to be walking in. Seek God's counsel. Go to the Father's throne. Seek His love. And be ready to stand. That's how united we need to be. To stand. Willing to give our lives for the freedoms that come from God. I pray for America that she wakes up. But I pray more for the will of the Father to be done. I'd like to see my grandkids be raised, but I don't want to see them raised in the nation the way it is today. It's time for men of God to stand up. I know I stutter and stammer through these videos, and I apologize for it. Hopefully God will make them better. That's all I got. I'll be out in the woods for a couple of days. It's time to sit around the council fire. It's time to get ready for hunting season. I love you all. I'll talk to you when I get back. I'm going to see Brother Moses in the woods, and he's going to show me the heart of God. It's a video that we'll make while I'm out there. I'll share it when I return. Until then, continue to seek the kingdom of God. Seek His face in all that you do. Love you. Peace.